Hello and welcome to our 15th annual Doctoral Dissertation and Master's Thesis Research of the Year Award ceremony. Thank you to all of our Bulldog graduates for reaching such an important milestone in their academic careers. I'm Aminta Bro, the very proud 10th president of Bowie State University, and it is indeed my honor to welcome you here to this evening's festivities and celebration of our master's thesis and dissertation thesis research honorees for this evening. I want to start by thanking our guest speaker tonight, Dr. Rachel Thompson, one of the Prince George's own and our very own educational leadership graduate. We are happy to have you join us here today as both a speaker and a fellow Bulldog. I also want to thank our graduate school dean, Dr. Wakafa, and Assistant Dean, Dr. Matthias Mba, Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Rhonda Jeter, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Georgia Kwa, and all of the faculty, staff, and countless mentors and campus community members that have made today's event a reality. I also must thank all of our graduate students here today and their friends and families who will share in their achievements today and who have supported them on their educational journey. Congratulations to you all, and thank you to all who have supported our students on this journey to this point. You all deserve a round of virtual applause for right now. Tonight, we celebrate our 15th annual awards ceremony, recognizing over 30 of our finest candidates across the College of Arts and Sciences and the College of Education in 2019, 2020, and 2021. I am so proud of all of our students for not only the hard work that helped them reach their destination here today, but for their dedication and diligence in pursuing careers that can help build a better world for all of us. The research and studies you have completed here joins a pantheon of accomplished scholars and professionals spanning back to the beginning of our institution in 1865. The awards given here today are not simply a reflection of solid dissertations, they are a reflection of the leadership skills, the intelligence and drive that you have all cultivated here at Bowie State University. Only those with the highest levels of ambition and motivation and intellect can seek out degrees at the doctoral and master's levels. I am proud to say all of you represent the best of the best when it comes to your Bowie boldness. Today, the candidates here, 7 in computer science, 22 in educational studies and leadership, 3 for organizational communications, and 4 for school psychology. You follow in the footsteps of our finest Bulldogs. As part of your own Racing to Excellence journey, we use that phrase a lot around here, and don't ever forget that as you move forward from this point. But as part of your own Racing to Excellence journey, not unlike BSU's own, you have no doubt weathered many storms over the past few years. It has been thanks to your resilience and intellect that each of you have persevered and grown as students, researchers, and members of our community. Congratulations to all of our graduates on reaching this pinnacle point in your life's journey and this very special moment for you, your families, and your supporters. We join in congratulating you and wishing you the utmost and very best of success in the future. And with that, it is now my pleasure to introduce your Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Carl Goodman. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, President Bro, and good evening, everyone. As the Provost and Vice President for Bowie State University, I am delighted to participate in our 15th Annual Dissertation Thesis Award. I also want to give thanks to Dean Wakafer, also to Dean Jeter, to Dean McNeil, as well as to Dean Blackman, and Dean Akwa as well. I know that when I look at the dissertation and theses, in terms of what it takes, the time, the commitment, and the dedication It is also a yeoman's job as far as getting those things together. I know when I can remember my days back in terms of being a graduate student, I thought it was such a cumbersome and a awesome thing to put together. But knowing that in terms of looking at the small parts, in terms of what it takes to build or complete your thesis or your dissertation, if you take those small parts and to create that big whole, it's a great work to be done. I also want to thank all of the faculty members who are involved in terms of working diligently with all of our graduate students, knowing the time that they've taken, the dedication, the mentoringship of making sure that the quality was there as far as your training and your expertise that now you have garnered. And again, thank you all for what you have done. As you go through your careers right now and going into the pivotal part of next week, we know that for graduation, it will be a momentous occasion for all of us to see you go into that next step into your journey. I wish you all well. Thank you very much, Dean McComfort, for the opportunity to speak on behalf of the Office of Academic Affairs and the Provost, and wishing everyone well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, everybody. In keeping with our academic and learning community culture, please indulge me to express our appreciation to the leader of our institution, the Bulldog BSU Bold, our president, Dr. Aminta Bro, for blessing us with her presence and articulating welcome. To our provost, the chief academic officer of our institution, Dr. Carl Goodman, for his presence as well and his greetings. I appreciate both of you, our great leaders, Dr. Bro, Provost Goodman, Dr. George Akwa, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. McNeil, the Dean of College of Business, Dr. Rhonda Jetta, the Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Sherelle Blackman, the Dean of the College of Professional Studies, Dr. Matthias Mba, Professor and Assistant Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Renee Foos, Chair, Department of Educational Studies and Leadership, Dr. Rosemary Shumba, Chair, Department of Computer Science, Dr. David Kalusian, Chair, Department of Language, Literature and Cultural Studies, Dr. Odis Thomas, Chair, Department of Organizational Communication, Dr. Otis Williams, Chair, Department of Counseling, Dr. Ann Hillard, Coordinator of the Doctoral Program in Educational Studies and Leadership, Dr. Hoda El Said, Coordinator of the Doctoral Program in Computer Science, Dr. Adrian Krishnasamy, Coordinator of the Organizational Communication Program, Dr. Temsius McCoy, Coordinator of the Graduate Studies in Language, Literature and Cultural Studies, Dr. Kimberly N. Daniels, Coordinator of the School Psychology Program. I recognize all our graduate program coordinators, members of the Graduate Council present, and thanks for your hard work and support. To our keynote speaker tonight, Dr. Rachel Thompson, we thank you for accepting to give a keynote speech on this auspicious occasion. To our entire faculty, the best in the nation. To family, friends, and most of all, the doctoral and master's candidates for this evening's award. I enthusiastically salute and acknowledge you all. Good evening, everybody. We thank you and we welcome you to our 15th annual Doctoral Master's Research of the Year Virtual Award Ceremony. Today marks yet another celebration of our students' accomplishments as we race to excellence. It is, of course, a day of congratulating focus-mindedness. It is a day of looking at resilience and yet an obvious hard-working philosophy as our students have crossed the threshold of academic excellence through the rigors of scholarly work. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the occasion. We have such a wonderful program this evening to thrill you and celebrate our doctoral and master students. And now, having said a little, I will want to introduce my colleague, Dr. Ann Hillard, who is the coordinator of the doctoral program in educational studies and leadership, to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Hillard.
Good evening.
Continue, please.
Yes, go ahead.
Good evening to everyone. It is indeed a pleasure this evening to introduce Dr. Rachel Thompson. Dr. Thompson is a native of Prince George's County public school system, or the county, and she has spent many years in the public school system. She has served in many capacities. She has also served in the capacity of Maryland State Association of Pupil Personnel, and that has been the love of her life. She enjoys that particular type of occupation. Currently, Dr. Thompson has worked diligently with families throughout the area of Prince George's County under the leadership of her title of Pupil Personnel Worker. Her education has been at many different universities. She has served in the capacity as a student at Trinity University in Washington, McDaniel College, and the Catholic University of America. However, Dr. Thompson decided to come home again, and she has served and earned degrees at Bowie State University, a BS degree, also a master's degree, and this month she will earn her doctorate of education degree from Bowie State University. This evening, Ms. Thompson will speak about the essence of effective leadership. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Dr. Rachel Thompson.
Good evening, good evening. Thank you, Dr. Hilliard, for your kind words and your introduction. Thank you to the Graduate Office staff and leadership for affording me this opportunity and supporting me in the process. The essence of excellent leadership. To arrive on this side of done is a wonderful feeling. There were days and assignments when I heard myself say, why did I do this to myself? Then my grit and my purpose would kick in. No one sacrifices time and effort to say, I'm done, it's over. For a few minutes, I want to encourage all of us to take our leadership to the next level. In the words of Sierra, it's time to level up. How do we do that? We focus on the reasons for our journey. We position ourselves in the right places, and we look for ways to benefit others. At the end of my bachelor's degree, I focused on obtaining a position in my field of study. At the end of my master's degree, I focused on finding ways to increase my income. And now I have arrived at the end of my doctoral degree, and I ask myself, what is the reason? What's the reason for the journey? We have applied for programs, registered for classes, studied, formed study groups, written papers, long papers. We've taken tests, we've researched topics, and we've pressed our way to the degree. But for what reason? Think back to when you started your program. What were your reasons? Identify 3 of them. And then ask yourself, do they need to be refreshed? Are your reasons still valid today? Or do you need to refocus? Also, are your reasons in line with your current position? Or do you need to look for other opportunities? Have you created your own mission statement? Have you set up a journey, a roadmap for your journey? Have you connected your education and your skills to your passion? Are you looking for ways to bring joy in what you do daily? Once you have identified your next steps, then look for ways to position yourself in the right places. I quote Michelle Ohm, who wrote, "No man is considered great until he is willing to show his talents to the world." What are your talents that you're showing? Where are you showing your talents? Where are you putting your skills to great use? Ask yourself, are you taking the steps to achieve your goal? Because your goal was not the degree. The degree is designed to help us in our journey. Focus on ways to use your skills with your passion. Have you connected with the right organizations? Are you networking with your mission and your purpose in mind? Are the organizations and the people you're providing services to, is this a mutual beneficial organization? Are these mutual and beneficial opportunities where you're providing services, you're helping them, but you also are getting some recognition and you also are moving along? Are you connecting with the right people to continue in research? I have a great passion for helping others. I do find reward in helping others. So remember that we need to focus on how do we benefit other people? How does my skill and my education support the next person? Ask yourself, does your leadership help the young people? Does your leadership help young adults? Does your leadership help students? Are you setting up mentoring programs? Have you looked for leadership programs that's to support men and women? Are you participating in those programs? Are you helping other people by training them, giving them advice, and also possibly giving them recommendations? What are you doing with your skills and your talents? Now that you have reached your degree, think about how the journey you took to get here and how you can help someone else in their process. Also, focus on how you can benefit Bowie State University. This is our school. It is a beautiful campus and has wonderful opportunities for our students, for all the students. I attended Bowie State for my bachelor's degree, my master's degree, and now my doctoral degree. And I am amazed at what has been done, all the improvements, all of the great opportunities, and the campus is just beautiful. All of that is accomplished when we, who are students, when we graduate, we connect with the alumni associations. We make sure that we are providing scholarship programs, and then also giving to the scholarship and other campaign funding programs. So we want to make sure that our leadership is continuing to grow and continuing to impact other people. Thank you so much for your time and opportunity, my classmates. I say to you again, the essence of excellent leadership. Focus on your journey, renew whatever needs to be renewed. Position yourself in the right places and make sure you are looking for opportunities to benefit other people. My classmates, you have done the work. Now it's time to level up our leadership. I wish you all great success. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Congratulations, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
I think at this point in time, we have to watch the video presentation of the doctoral masters and master's candidates. Great, great. That's very, very wonderful. To give more credence to what we have watched, I will want to let you know that the graduate school, in collaboration with the Department of Educational Studies and Leadership, as well as the Department of Computer Science, presents an honor to our students who actually have distinguished themselves. The video made it very glaring. These students have not only followed the rigors of research exercise in bringing their work to an exceptional level and meeting all graduate school standards, but they've also taken the pains in scaling through the result scrutiny and red ink pen review of Institutional Review Board. And I'm going to explain very briefly the categories of the award that the candidates that have been presented today will be awarded on. The first is the Bishop and Dr. Mrs. Oliver Sobrian Community Award. And the second category is the Department Chairs Award, followed by the third category, which is the Dean's Award. After the Dean's Award, we have the Dissertation of the Year Award, and then the Thesis of the Year Award. Because this is, we are lumping the 3 years together, all these candidates will win the award based on the categories that has been identified. At this point in time, we will want to also watch the presentation of the doctoral and the master's awards video. Thank you so very much. Beautiful video. On behalf of the graduate school, I congratulate all our students, most importantly, the awardees of the night. And I will, at this point in time, introduce my colleagues with whom we were able to work together to put this event together. Dr. George Akwa, who is the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and Dr. Rhonda Jeda, the Dean of the College of Education. They will take their turns to congratulate their students. Dr. Akwa.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dean Wokafo. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This evening we have assembled to celebrate excellence. And yes, I know excellence is not a journey that has no end. I mean, it actually is a journey that has no end. But I mean, there are milestones along this journey. So every now and then we pause to celebrate achievements. And tonight we are honoring the achievements of students in the computer science and communications in the College of Arts and Sciences. And I'm very proud of your outstanding achievements. You have, through the time-honored tradition of research, been able to contribute knowledge to your disciplines, and that is required of you. So anytime you go out in the field, be proud that the knowledge that is being used in designing new technologies, new products, some of them were gleaned from your findings in your research. The knowledge that is being used to educate students in writing textbooks, some of them came because you were able to conduct outstanding research to generate new knowledge. And for this, I congratulate you, and you should be proud of yourself because you have made us very proud. And thank you very much.
Good afternoon or good evening, graduates. I want to congratulate everyone, the master's students and the doctoral students in computer science, as well as those in education. But since I'm the Dean of the College of Education, I have a special word to say to the students from education. I always say, go forth and make a difference. The places and spaces I've gotten a chance to be in because I've gotten my doctorate means I have more responsibility to speak up because I'm at the table where there haven't been people at the table before. So this is your opportunity to go forth and make a difference. You know, you got here today by your strength, by your skills, but by your dreams. You imagined that you could have a doctorate and you've made it come true. And so I would say, as Robert Frost would say, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. It will make the difference for you too. Thank you very much.
Colleagues, students, friends, well-wishers, I think this is an indication that Bowie State University is the university that is because of what we do. We not only love and care for our students, but we put the best as we all, both the students, faculty, staff alike, race for excellence. This is an indication, obviously, we are always, at the back burner doing the work that should be done. But I would be remiss today if I did not recognize the following. Our Associate Provost, Dr. Amosu, who actually make out time to, as a researcher he is, to attend this particular event, the event that celebrates research excellence. I will also want to recognize the Doctoral Thesis Research of the Year Award Review Panel Committee chaired by Dr. Matthias Mba. They've done an excellent job, working day and night, making sure that these dissertations and theses that actually have gone through graduate school for approval, because if they don't maintain graduate school standard, they're not going to be approved for defense. They reviewed all of them and were able to get to the level where we are today. As I thank Dr. Mba, I thank the members of that committee, Dr. Benjamin Ara, Dr. Hoda El Said, Dr. Ann Hillard, Dr. Adrian Christian Sami, Dr. Sharad Sharma, and Dr. Otis William III for the great job that you all have done. I also will want to thank my administrative assistant. She has done a very, very tremendous, nice job, Miss Miracle Creighton. Her name is Miracle, and she performs miracle. And she was able to run around and make sure that this particular event is coordinated very properly. And I thank you so much for the great job you've continued to do. To Ms. Gunter Elaine, our graduate student record coordinator, for your assistance and help. Most importantly, the reason why we were able to see ourselves and do this wonderful work today actually goes to the IT team, Ms. Karen Tyler, Mr. Bennett Gamble, and Mr. Michael Collins for the wonderful IT support and rehearsals that you walk us through. I thank you all, and I will say, may God continue to bless Bowie State University and our leadership. As I thank you, that actually brings this particular wonderful event and occasion to an end. Good night, and please stay safe.